Hey Debbie, how you doing? What are you up to today? Pretty good, doing fine. Getting ready for some bitter cold that's going to come in for a couple of days. I have a buddy of mine that's in town. He's got him set up with a doctor I go to, so I should be getting a call pretty soon. I'll have to log off, but I don't think it's too big a problem this time of the day. Debbie, I forget, where do you live? Aren't you down? Do you live in Detroit, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep, Southwest Detroit. Yep. I think you guys are getting about 3 inches of snow. Wish we get some snow up here. This is a little crap. I'd like to get nailed with a big snowstorm. You're lucky you have all those good restaurants down there where you can go get something to eat. Wish I was down to Southwest Detroit right now. I go down to that Pueblo on Dix, get a nice Mexican dinner. Instead, I have to go to Taco Bell. Yeah, pretty until it gets dirty. You have that right. We've just got little few inches here, there. I got like 6 inches once, but it didn't last. These warm days, I'd like to get nailed with just a crazy blizzard. Things get bad, I can just walk right over to that Walgreens you see in the camera. Yeah, you ought to get one of these internet cameras. You can leave it on all the time. It's cheap security. You can mute the volume so no one can hear what you're saying. You could just have it facing out your front window all the time, recording activity. Yeah, I noticed this year down in Southwest Detroit, I didn't see that many Christmas decorations. Hot beef sandwiches. There used to be a place in Toledo had about 8 locations. It was called Red Wells. But somebody told me the last one in Sylvania went out of business. That's what they specialized in. And there used to be a restaurant in downtown Trenton called Amanda's, and that was their specialty: hot roast beef sandwich with potatoes and gravy. You know, a lot of those old staple dinners you just don't see around that much. I don't know if you ever, there was a place, ML Cafeteria. Do you remember those? The only one I ever went to was up at the Tel 12 Mall on Telegraph and 12th Mall. I dropped out of college one year and delivered pet supplies. And it was like a cafeteria, like the beef carver type thing. They had great hot roast beef sandwich, potatoes and gravy. It was awesome. I don't even know where to start with that around your area. Go over to Allen Park and get those tacos, Debbie. Carne asada fries. Best Mexican food ever. Taco Taqueria, Allen Road. Look up their rating, speaks for itself. So damn good. You ever go to that Sheila's and buy any baked goods? No, okay, good. Are you talking about the tacos, Debbie, over on Allen Road? That is good food. They have I noticed when I was there last time, they have another location in Taylor. Wish they had one up here. I can't believe that place. Yeah, the fries, weren't those fries awesome? Wish we had one of those places up here. I think if you took that restaurant and put that anywhere, it would be busy. That is good food. Uh, I don't know. I never get the tacos. I got hooked on those carne asada. It's a good question. Probably. I don't think the Mexicans would put up with the other kind. There we go, stereotyping again. I don't. I don't know. Hey, unknown anonymous. How you doing? Having a good day today? Pretty good. Hanging in there. Getting ready for a big cold snap. It's going to get like 8 below 0 Celsius. I mean Fahrenheit here. Yeah, well, we're not going to get too much snow, but really cold. But it is January up here, so it makes sense. Oh wow, that's as cold as it'll get, huh? Wow.
The world is not going to change. It's you that has to change.
The K Whoopi K, rated PG.
Yeah, it's kind of like that here. Everybody's still working. Yeah, it's sunny, 70 to 80. That'd be good Fahrenheit. I got to get my conversion chart out for Celsius. Yeah, 29 Celsius, that'd be a little hot. That'd be 84. That would be a above average hot day. '63. No way. I'm actually 200 miles north of Detroit. You need to bring a coat. Yeah, I would die out there. Yeah, 212. That's kind of a dying strip mall, though. I'd get skin cancer out there, unknown anonymous. I couldn't take that sun. 46 degrees Celsius. Oh my God. Debbie, you need to get up north more. Yeah, it's just look at those people that live up in the Arctic. Look up Barrow, Alaska. Barrow, Alaska. Or some of those regions in Mongolia. It's like 50, 60 below Fahrenheit. There was some place, I was looking at the internet the other day, some place in Russia, Soviet Union, where they have an annual get together and it's like the coldest temperatures during the year. It was just nuts. Yeah, Gaylord has some pretty good restaurants up there, Deb. Unknown Anonymous, have you ever visited the States before? Yeah, it's a long trip. You got to check it out sometime. I think you might like it. Nice change. Take you around Detroit. Have you tried some different cuisine? Mexican food, Arabic food, which I'm sure you've had. Mediterranean food you've had. Take you, get you some good Italian, Polish, Hungarian, Greek. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Get you some good seafood. Yeah, it's good. What type of work do you do for a living? Oh, still a student, okay. In high school or college? Yeah, you need a grandpa. You need one in the United States. Keep an eye on you when you visit. Yeah, okay. What are you going to major in? All right, Debbie, that's good. They have any good pierogies over there, Deb? Oh, medicine, that'd be good. Now, Unknown Anonymous, you learn English is a requirement in grade school, right? So you learn English whether you want to or not. That's part of your everyday curriculum, right? Oh, it's not in India, huh? So you just learned it on your own? Oh, good job. There's some YouTube videos of some places in India where they make this deep fried chicken, like it's like an outdoor market. It really looks good. It's like in a big vat of oil, spicy. Yeah, that's all I get, Deb, is potato and cheese. I didn't even know about that restaurant over there. Wheat and Rye in Allen Park. Yeah, Unknown Anonymous. I was watching some videos on YouTube in India where they have like these street markets where people go to get stuff to eat. And they have like this big metal vat of boiling oil. And they put this breaded chicken in there and it floats around. And then they take it out and they have a bunch of spicy sauces you can put on it. It looks really good though. You ever eat anything like that over there? Oh, okay, Dan. I'll have to check into that. It's legitimate Polish food? Oh, okay. Hey, Debbie, you know how that moderator thing works, don't you? Oh, okay, I'm no anonymous. It looked clean though in those videos. I know what you mean, but those places looked pretty clean. Debbie, did you do you know how to work that monitor thing? Do you know how that works? Oh, okay. I'd still eat it, anonymous. I'd still give it a try. I can't believe all those people are dead that ate there or had food poisoning. I'm a gambler. Hey, Mark, what's going on? I'll do it. Debbie, it's this little wrench. You see Mark Abrams? He's got that little wrench, that blue wrench. Yeah, I believe it. I'm no anonymous. So, unknown anonymous, are you Hindu? Yeah, let me know when you figure that out, Mark. I need to do it. Because I get these crackpots on here, and you see how you hover your mouse, Debbie, over those three little dots on the right. Unknown anonymous, do you have a YouTube channel? Oh yeah, I know. I should be doing stuff too, Mark. So Deb, you'll see that blue is near your name now, just like Mark and a couple other people I trust on here. Now you just get some bad people. So you just hover over that mouse, those three dots, and then click hide their comments. Oh, okay. Start one, unknown anonymous. I'd like to see what it looks like over there in your neighborhood. Like a typical day. Just do it with your cell phone. Do it. Because sometimes I'll be like, I'll leave this on, Debbie. You get some crackpot in here that'll just wreck the chat. This way, when you hover your mouse over those three dots, I always put hide this user's comments. Half of them are caught automatically, but the other half are not. Hey, unknown anonymous, what type of work do your parents do? Oh, okay. No, I want to know. I want to know what they do for a living. That'll add some pieces to the puzzle on why you're a good student. You're not a good student. All right, that'll add some pieces to the puzzle on why you're a bad student. Oh, it's not fair. You know everything about us and we don't know anything about you. That's the whole idea of a chat, people getting to know each other. Oh, that's not true. Well, sports people at such low odds on the Anonymous, they're going for the guarantee. Hello. Good. How'd you make out? Yeah, he is. No, I know. Yeah, he's a super smart guy. So you liked your appointment there? Yeah, I don't blame you. No, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, his patients love him. Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, where do you want to get something to eat? Yeah, sure. Yeah, come on over. Yeah, come on over. All right. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, Cane Corso. Do you raise those Cane Corsos by chance? Old Unknown Anonymous. He's very worldly for a young kid. Oh, okay. Yeah, I watched a couple of videos on those. There were, I remember it was a national story. It was a couple women, a couple lesbians had one of those attack them in the hallway and killed one of the women out in Washington or something. Yeah, you're right. You're right on Anonymous. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Yeah, you know, I've never seen one in person. Look at Mark. He's on that spelling now that a high school kid's on there. Hey, A2Z, how you doing? Yeah, Cane Corso, I try and do those whenever I can. It's not as easy as you think. That area that I generally go to, it's kind of changed. I'll be getting down there in the next week or two. I would have gone down to Detroit this weekend, but it's like going to be really cold, and I doubt anybody will be out. I do them whenever I can. I love talking to them. I'd do a video every day of them if I could. Private detective. Private detective. It's not like you think. Where the money's at, it's all boring. You'd like to be one? No, she was up. She was just staring out the window. Oh, they heard Daisy barking? Yeah, thank you, Cane Corso. That's really no skill. It's just being around and hitting the record button. I enjoy talking to him. Tassie, I don't know if you saw some of the Tassie videos. I took those down, but she's doing well. Went to rehab, working a full-time job, in a relationship, got her children back. So there is hope. More than half of them are dead within the last 2 years, though. Yeah, everybody tells me that. I always dread when I'm going to meet a new client because I know they think that I'm young. Then I show up and it's like, oh God, the elephant in the room. I'll tell you, I know looks matter, and so does age. And I'll tell you where I've noticed that more than any place else, and that's in the videos of the women that I interview. You can take a young woman that has a heroin addiction, that has all sorts of problems, and the good-looking ones always get way more attention, even though the circumstances are the same. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, you know that, and you kind of suspect it, but it's hard to pin down. But you never have a better example for an experiment than the women that I interview. They all have heavy drug use. They all look like they've been on the streets and don't get much sleep. But the good-looking ones get 5 times much activity than the ones that are average. Everybody wants to send money to help the blonde, blue-eyed heroin addict. Nobody wants to send any money to the overweight black woman. I mean, it sucks. I couldn't believe it. But the same thing goes for age. You know, people always think I'm a lot younger, and then like a lot of people that would assign a guy like me cases are in their 20s, 30s. We'll talk on the phone and, hey, how you doing? It's like, oh, they're gonna meet somebody new. You know how when you're in your 20s and 30s, even though you might be in a relationship or whatever, in the back of your mind, it's like, wow, they sound pretty nice. And then my old ass shows up and it's like, oh God, talking about letting the air out of a balloon. And there's no way to pitch yourself around that. You don't get to tap them on the shoulder. It's like, yeah, I know I'm twice as old as you thought I was, but just think of all the wisdom I bring to the table. It's like whacking the gong. Yeah, it was sad with Angel. Her relatives told me when she knew she was HIV positive, she really went downhill. Which, there's a lot of ways you can live with that now, so it's disappointing. I think she could have also just got some bad heroin. No, your English is fine, unknown. Oh, hell yeah, all over. And as far as looks go, they figured that out with lead singers and bands long ago. It's a real head start. Look at TV news anchors. Yeah, it's true, Mark. I'll tell you though, Mark, my own experience, anybody I ever knew that was really good looking, on the surface, it looked like it was really going to pave the way for them. But I can't think of a single example after they moved on into the second phase of life, like say a person in their early 30s, where it really did them much good. I think that draws a lot of people out of the woodwork. I don't think it's what it's cracked up to be. It gets your foot in the door, but after that, I think it's an even playing field. Yeah, you're right, Mark. Yeah, you're right. Unknown Anonymous, it's true. But Unknown Anonymous, would you rather have a drop-dead gorgeous Miss America looking model that was dumber than Box of Rocks, for a real ugly girlfriend that was a genius. But Mark, you know what sucks is knowing that, and even if it was more of a guarantee than it is, you'd still be looking at him and you'd still be wanting to know him. I mean, there's no logic to understanding this and then going around and doing what you could to get close to plain Jane's. You think you would, Unknown Anonymous? But where do you draw the line? Debbie, where'd you go? Yeah, that's the whole idea. I mean, I wish they all went this way. Yeah, good talking to you, Unknown Anonymous. Go out and look for a really plain girlfriend. You'll be able to teach us all a lesson. All right, Mark, take care. Hello. How you doing? Good. Good. Okay, so that means they want to. They're looking for some kind of record someplace, but it's not petitioning them, so they don't need to go through the court and have discovery open up. See, what usually happens is, since you haven't answered the complaint, the judge doesn't know how to rule on what you can do. If you answer, agreed or accepted or approved, he finds out everything. Probably your banking record. Here, Daisy. Hang on one second. Daisy, it's Mark. Daisy, I wouldn't open it yet. Daisy, it's okay. It's all right. It's Mark, hon. It's okay. Yeah, it's all right, hon. It's okay, hon. Daisy. Hey, Daisy. Hi, Daisy. You remember me? Sorry about that. That's so cute. There. Yeah, so what they're now, since the discovery hasn't been granted because they got a default judgment, he wants to get limited production of records from you, even though that stage has been skipped. Like I said, my guess would be your bank records. They want to know what you did with that money they gave you. Which doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'll bet you when that motion was filed, they didn't know that they were going to get a default judgment. Well, they thought that you were gonna defend this, and these motions have to be scheduled in advance. So they planned on you defending the lawsuit and having discovery opened up. And now that discovery isn't gonna happen because you didn't answer the complaint and you were defaulted, they wanna get their hands on some of your records, and the only way to do that is to do what that copy of that document says. Well, you don't know that yet because it doesn't ask what documents they're looking for, does it? Yeah. But you told me that he said you could sign his name. Well, then you wouldn't have anything to worry about. Now, you said that he admitted it in court. Yeah, that would be a problem. What I suspect will happen is that if they don't get these documents, they'll probably file a police report. Yeah, well, that's just the motion to get this process rolling so that you have to comply despite discovery not being an issue because the complaint wasn't answered. Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, this is a simple case. Right. Hang on, hold on one sec. Hey, Deb, I'm gonna sign off because I can't babysit this thing. I'll be on later tonight, okay? Mark took off, so I think it's just you, and I don't know who else is listening. So I'll be on later tonight. I hate to cut this short, but I just don't want some kook getting on there and nobody being able to do anything. I'll talk to you later. All right.